goal. That is a dream goal.
They found it. They finally found the goal they were looking for.
What a finish that is. Do not scratch your eyes. This is really happening. Welcome to Southwest Philadelphia, where we have a fun one to bring you here at John Bartram Stadium. Philadelphia Lone Star hosting Eagle FC in USL 2 action. Lone Star won their first match of this spring season, but this is Eagle FC's first match of the campaign. So let's see how they'll stack up. You won't want to miss this one. I'll step aside here while the walkout's going on. We'll talk to you in just a few minutes. All right, the pre-show ceremonies have concluded. We are just a few minutes from kickoff. Before we get there, I do want to talk about one of the reasons why I love sports so much, because you can't really play it on paper. And that is evidenced by the league table so far in this very, very young USL season here. Last year's winners, Westchester, are 0-2. And one of those losses is courtesy of the team we have in white here, Lone Star, our hosts, who had a very nice performance, beat them 3-1. And Lehigh Valley Rush did the same 3-1 win over Westchester. So it is not, at least to start with, going to be an easy ride to a repeat for the club from Westchester. Be interesting to see how Eagle FC stacks up. They're coming to us all the way from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, out in Cumberland County, close to Harrisburg in the center of the state. So long drive for them, probably about 2 hours by my guess. They're the team in black going from right to left. Lone Star in white going from left to right. Of course, if you caught our stream last week, you saw Amadou Kamagate's screamer of a free kick. We'll see if a couple more huge goals are in store for us today. It's a gorgeous day in Southwest Philadelphia, and we are underway. Eagle FC with the ball to begin with. Nolan Wimbrow just planted back to his fellow center back. And he'll get it right back, Will Wimbrow. And right off the bat, big turnover for Lone Star. Coming down this right-hand side, and they found some space. Are they in behind already here? Could be. Cross in the middle. And there's our first goal of the game. Seconds into this one, and Lone Star are on the board. Not even 30 seconds. The hosts are up 1-0. As I said, Eagle FC have come from a long way to play this game, and they didn't even have time to get their legs under them. 1-0 already. So talk about a dream start. First minute goal. And gotta wonder how that's going to affect Eagle FC going forward, because you spend all this time on a plan and on a team talk and getting the tactics right, and then the whole thing blows up from the first kick of the game. And of course, the finish made them pay. Over the top, looking for a return ball, but offside the call from the linesman. Should I say lineswoman? Tommy Clark, the Lone Star player who sprung that attack. And the Lone Star netminder just waving his players forward. They're going to go big. Nobody in particular under that one for Lone Star, but look at the press here from Lone Star as they're going to win the ball back here, be it at their own end, but regardless. And here comes Eagle FC after a high press on their part. Turned out pretty decently. They're going to win a throw-in higher up the pitch. Cleared by Dwopu, and actually it came off of an Eagle FC player, so Dwopu wins a throw-in. Eagle FC trying to keep a little bit of possession, but this Lone Star press is just all over them to start this game. That's Salif Dia on the ball now. He tried to clip it forward. It was blocked. And Juriel Arthur was taken down there. And wow, man, this is just a rough start for Eagle FC. Conceded already, and now there's going to be a yellow card issued for that tackle on Arthur. Card was issued to Kyle Joyce, who, if the shape holds here, it looks to be the holding mid for Eagle FC, which is really not ideal to have your holding midfielder on a yellow 5 minutes in. Lone Star goes short. Try their luck down this left-hand side. Eagle defense a little more stout that time. So they're going to try their luck down this right-hand side. And ball trickles out for a throw. Lone Star throw it in. That was Dwopu who chucked it in, and nice piece of play to keep possession under the pressure. That's Dia. Goes back inside. And then down that right-hand side again, where they found their first goal. Blocked this time from Eagle, and they'll try to play their way out. Strong tackle put in. Another strong tackle put in. One from each team. Eagle FC is the one that comes out with it in the end. That pass was hammered, but decent touch out there. Under a lot of pressure, able to retain possession. It's Nathan Carmbor. Throw in here for Dwopu. That one's headed clear. But another throw in inbound, this time in a more dangerous spot. Wonder if a long throw-in routine might be on here. Looks to be that way. Dwopu's way back, and then they fake it and go short. Just outside the 18, cutting inside, top of the box, goes down. Referee says nothing there. Eagle FC goes all the way back to Brendan Werner, who's between the pipes for Eagle. Dia on the ball now. Dwopu on the ball there. That was inside the 18. There was a little bit of something going on, but not quite on for Eagle. Now, look out for this Lone Star counter. Here they come the other way. Looks like that one will trickle all the way to Eric Axman, who's in there. Excuse me, Rick Lammerts, who's in goal for Eagle. Down the left-hand side they come. Thomas Youssef turned that one over, and here come Lone Star once again. Down the right-hand side, in on goal once again. Oh, puts his foot on the ball, waiting for some help. Didn't get it in time. Wondering when that shot was going to come, and it never quite settled. Still on the ball. Eagle FC finally managed to get their foot on it. But here come Lone Star once again, winning it back. Body hits the floor in the box, and an Eagle FC player finally just hoofs it. Understandably, to relieve the pressure. Here's Dia. Dia just goes backwards. Back to Murataj. Dwopu looking for options. He finds Yaya Fane. Skipper Fane tried to go down that left-hand channel. Wasn't quite on. And look out, here's a Eagle counterattack inbound. Goes down the left-hand side. Head up, cutting inside. Still on the ball, but not really any options. And here comes Lone Star back the other way. Oh, a nice little piece of footwork from Lone Star. The ball was on. It was just a little unlucky. Caught the back of that Eagle center back. And here comes Lone Star into the box now. Hit low, just wide. I'm not sure if it was a shot or if it was an intended cross. It just missed both channels. Inches away from a second already here in this match. Eagle actually went short here, so this ball's in play. Should mention, very windy day here in Southwest Philadelphia. The wind's blowing toward the Lone Star goal. It's kind of varying which corner flag it's picking, but pretty steadily blowing kind of at the back of Eagle as you're looking at it right now. It was a little hot for the Eagle player, and we're going to keep possession. Referee says we're playing on. Down the left-hand side, Eagle tried to cross, but pretty easily dealt with by Murataj there. Eagle FC player was asking for a foul, but he's not going to get it. While we have a second, I want to remind everyone today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com. Start designing your team kit for free right now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. I'll have a throw in here for Lone Star. Nice move there from the Eagle FC player, and he found a ball through that back line, but it trickled all the way to Werner. Referee's got a decision to make here because both bodies hit the floor. I think he's going to call that one on Joyce, who is on a yellow, but honestly, that was one of those where you just kind of flip a coin and pick a side. It's that coming together there. That ball's perfectly placed out here to Dia. Dia puts his foot on it and decides to come backwards to Murataj. He slings it across to his counterpart at the back, Mohamed Konde. Konde finds Dwopu down this left-hand channel. Referee's calling a throw in there. Oh, okay, referee signaled to the wrong team there, so it's going to be an Eagle FC throw-in. Nice touch by the Eagle FC player, but he's muscled off the ball illegally, according to the official. The Lone Star fans weren't happy with that call. Gonna play on here. Griffin finds his left back here. Round the back again for Eagle. It was Joseph Edwards who found the forward pass, and can Eagle FC unlock something? That ball's tipped up into the box. Well, won by flicking her in this corner here, but did come off him. It's going to be a throw-in, though, deep in Lone Star territory. Ball's headed down to a dangerous spot for Eagle. One back by Lone Star. Ball's pinging around. Eventually, Eagle FC win it back. Little dummy left it to Flickinger. Flickinger goes inside to Joyce. Joyce finds someone on top of the box. That's some good interplay by Eagle FC, but cut out eventually. And Murataj is going to find Dia and try to get back on the ball here. The Lone Star possession rate has gone way down since that opening goal. But this looks a little more promising. Down that left-hand side, away from one marker. Tried to get the cross off, couldn't quite come off for him, but eventually it falls to Lammerts, who was alert to that. The cross was deflected by one of those black shirts, and he was able to scramble on top of it. Lone Star, we saw them pressing really high at the beginning, and now they look a little bit happier to sit in and win the ball right in this area where you just saw them indeed win it back. Fane just trying to, again, establish a little bit of possession here. Tuopu's got it. There's a nice little piece of interplay to find Dwopu, who started that build-up. And then just take things slow, go backwards, and then switch it out here to Salif Dia. Dia running at this back line once again. He finds a pass down this right-hand channel and is going to win a throw-in. That's Mobility. His real name's Mohammed, but you can't expect me to just call him Mohammed when his last name's Bility. So that's Mobility, who gets it back to Dia. Dia's pass was cut out, but Lone Star is going to keep possession here. That goes over to Werner. Werner finds Konde. Konde finds Dwopu. Dwopu goes back to Konde, who's under a little bit of a higher press here from Eagle than we saw in the first couple minutes. Tough to tell if that was the tactics all along or if that punch to the mouth that Lone Star gave them 30 seconds in forced a change of tactics. I don't think we'll really know. A lot of pressure here, but really well dealt with. That was Hamadou Kamagate, who wriggled free. Fane tried to pick that one off, and he's going to have to try and make his way back. Over the top now, down the right-hand side for Eagle. Dwopu's come out to close. That ball's in behind and onside. Cross whipped in towards that back post, headed down by an Eagle player, and eventually Werner finds the loose ball. Some warning shots being fired here from Eagle. Nolan Wimbrough had his pass cut out. So here's Billity. Once again down the right-hand side. In behind, looking for Arthur. Arthur's got it on the top of the box. He'll go backwards to Fane. Fane goes inside. They'll work down the left-hand side. Dwopu with the overlapping run doesn't use him. There's a hit, blocked. Had some venom on it from the sounds of that ball hitting the Eagle FC defender, but good block in the end, and it's just a throw for Lone Star. That one's cut out and cleared a very long way by Eagle. And Dwopu's going to have to back up for that one. Throw-in goes very far back, and we'll go all the way back to Muritage. Finds Fane. Dia goes inside to Kamagate. Dia's pass was a little loose. Ability tried to get on the end of it, and he did. Ability still going. Cut out by an Eagle FC defender, and Flickinger is going to be taking it away. That was a bit of a heart and mouth moment for the Eagle fans. Muritage with a nice touch to bring that one down. Again, the wind is really gusting in that direction from right to left as you're looking at it. So those passes have a little bit more heat on them than you'd expect. Muritage now. He finds Dia. Dia goes inside to Ability. Ability had Arthur there, and he was taken down. Referee says nothing illegal about that. Joyce measures up a couple of options. Eventually just goes backwards. Here's Flickinger. Flickinger inside. Griffin. Griffin goes to that far side of the field. Joyce back on it. Joyce finds Wimbrough. Joyce wants it back. He gets it back. Fires inside. Some interconnected passes don't amount to anything for Eagle, and here comes Lone Star down the other side. Ability with it. Ability tries a crossfield ball. It's well weighted, and it's dangerous. Inside the box now, there's a hit off the post and behind for a goal kick. Inches away from a second. Not quite. Just off for Lone Star. But you can see that counterattack is just looking very problematic for Eagle right now. Ball was intended for Flickinger, but Dia cuts it out. Ability wasn't liking what he was seeing, so he goes backwards. He found Fane, who found Dia, who's on to Muritage. Muritage is going to swing it around the back. Konde finds Dwopu in a little bit more space. He's going to try to make some inroads down the pitch. They go inside, and some good physical play keeps possession, and they find Dia. Dia working his way up this right-hand side. He goes to Ability. Ability sizing up his man with a nice step over, beats him, but the defender, Flickinger, gets the last laugh. However, it is out for a corner. Good defending there to stop that cross after it looked like Ability is going to walk past him. Two white shirts out for this corner, and Eagle FC looked like they were a little slow getting out, but eventually Lammert's had them alert to it. Fane's going to cross it in. He lifts it, back post. A header is won. Still in the box, eventually cleared. That one goes back to Dia. Dia lets it bounce, gets his touchdown, and finds Fane again. Fane whips another ball in, headed clear once again. Comes all the way back out to Dwopu, who finds Muritage, and Eagle will regain their shape. It's a nice little layoff for Fane. Ball popping around. I think it was Arthur who won the first header but couldn't get the second ball. Dwopu found in behind. Inside to Arthur, who wins the first physical battle. He's inside the box. He's turning, looking for an option. He finds one. Top of the box. Oh! Not sure how close that was. Didn't look far off. That was Kamagate who just missed. Right outside the far post there as the sprawling Lammerts was doing anything he could to try and keep it out. I don't think he would have gotten there if it was on target. The Olay's breaking out here for Lone Star as they look to get in behind here. Wow, well cut out by Wimbro, who was really Eagles' last hope there. If not for that sliding challenge, they were in behind. Be a throw in down here for Dia and Lone Star. Find Ability. Ability goes back to Dia. Dia goes back to Muritage, who hoofs it long. And instead, it'll fall to Eagle. Eagle play through Joyce, who just defers and goes backwards. And a tangle of legs there. Referee's going to say that's going to go to, that's another, like a 50-50 one. That referee gave Lone Star the first one, so they'll give Eagle the second one. I think they were debating about whether they play short or pump one into the mixer. I don't even know if they've made the decision yet, to be honest. Are going to hit one long. Here's Eagle into the box now. Head up for, oh, looks like the Eagle FC player lost their footing. It was a good ball from Griffin, but that was Youssef who lost the edge. While we have a second, I want to tell everyone what's coming up here on Game and Frame. We've got a good one in USL 2 Metropolitan Division. Staten Island Monarchs taking on Ironbound at 6 o'clock. So, same league, different bracket here in USL 2, but that'll be a good one here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. Twopu throws in, and that ball's pinged over here to Dia, who has Ability on his right and goes that route. Ability stops the ball and then tries to go baseline. Now he did beat his man, and which is it here, linesman? Linesman, I don't think made his decision. They're gonna say goal kick. I'm not sure about that one. I think that one might have been a corner. I think the referee and the linesman were having a chat about that one, which was the hesitation, but I think ultimately they settled with the linesman's decision. Twopu finds Fane. Fane finds Dia. How many times have I said that? They love just swinging it side to side, trying to open up some space. And I'll try that again. Fane goes to the left-hand side. Step over, maybe two. Baseline, beat one man. I think Eagle got a flying bicycle kick, and I think I'm not sure if he called offsides or if he called dangerous play. I don't think it was an offside. Maybe it was a dangerous play. I really don't know, folks. Not sure. Either way, Wimbro's got it for Eagle. Flickinger goes backwards. Fane smelled blood in the water and got on the end of it, and here they come. Here's Kamagate. Two options either side. He'll go all the way across, and I don't think that was the right one, unfortunately. Well, Lone Star will retain possession. Fane again springing the attack, and look at that move. Cross is put in, but Billity wasn't quite at that back post yet. Tried to do a little chop step and go baseline. The defender didn't have it, and Muritaj, I think, is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He is carded for presumably stopping the break there because it wasn't that hard of a challenge. Ball's clipped over the top of Arthur. Go into Joyce. Joyce goes long, and I think that is offside. Yeah, flag goes up, and the wind picks up here in Philadelphia. It's a gorgeous day, but wind is whipping at times here. As Dwopu picks his head up, he's looking for Kamagate, didn't quite lead him far enough. And look at that ball in behind for Eagle. Well defended by their goalkeeper. Werner showing him the ball there. Werner did well to come grab that because it looked like Eagle were definitely in behind there, and foul called on that far side. I did not see what for. Maybe a flailing arm or something. I'm not sure. But here come Eagle, who've been building momentum in the last 5 minutes or so. And it looks like Bility's going to just keep blazing a trail down this right-hand side. He's going to find Kamagate's pass was a little heavy. Oh, and the two Lone Star players got in each other's way. And like Fane and Bility were arriving at the same time. Neither one looks particularly happy with that. Over a half hour already into this game. Time flies when you're having fun. Less than 15 to go here in this first half. Don't go anywhere at halftime. We'll have our goals of the month to show you from April. There's some really good ones on there. So some halftime entertainment for you while the players catch their breath. As that ball goes in behind for a Lone Star goal kick. Ball's won by Bility, and Flickinger's going to have to do some tracking back. Pass intended for Kamagate, didn't find him. Flickinger instead will try a ball in behind of his own. Conde tracking back here and does really well to make that recovery run, because looked for a second like that Eagle FC attacker had gotten the better of him. That was Youssef, who appeared to be in behind, but wasn't quite. And here comes the corner from Eagle. 2 hands up, they go short. Little set piece routine, they ping it far post. Wind is kind of blowing that direction. Ball's saved from going out of bounds. And offside shouts aren't answered. And wow, I think that pass actually found the black shirt it was intended for, but it trickled off of him for a goal kick. Exhale for the Lone Star backline there. Ball pumped forward by Eagle. Kamagate with a little shimmy was able to make enough space to find Fane down the left. Fane's pass to Arthur didn't reach him. Tracking back was good enough, though, to win possession. Dia with a nice touch forward. He's got some space. He goes to Billity. Billity scanning for options. He finds Dia again. Dia fakes the cross, trickles into the box, goes back to Billity. Billity picks his head up, fakes a cross, goes inside, cuts back a second time. Can he get on the end of it? He can. Goes back to Dia. Dia's going to whip it in. Joyce clears. Good move by those 2 white shirts, but wasn't quite on. Ball's played forward to Dwopu. You can see it getting held up in this wind here we're having. Konde goes backwards to Werner. Werner finds Muritaj, who again, remember, is on a yellow. Kamagate in behind, looking for Arthur. Good goalkeeping from Lammerts. Got there first, and wow, that was a strong challenge. Referee says the Eagle player got the ball. I think they're both shaken up by that, actually. And I wouldn't be surprised if this gets blown dead here, because both guys who were involved in that challenge don't look great right now. That was Owen Rennie who won it for Eagle. When he's got his hands on his head and is looking like he's not doing great either. And fortunately, this doesn't look too great for Kamagate, who I've already seen what he can do, involved in the goal. And of course had a screamer last week in their first match. I think that was a thumbs up from Kamagate, which is great to see. He definitely looks to be favoring one leg, but good to see him up and moving. Hopefully he'll be able to continue. We'll keep an eye out for that. And Lone Star will very sportingly throw that back to Eagle. And here comes Eagle down this right-hand side, in behind, and again offside. That line being very disciplined at the back for Lone Star so far. Ball's getting crushed by the wind, as you saw there. Won by Eagle FC, but goes out for a Lone Star throw. And that ball trickled out for an Eagle throw-in. Ball trickles past Conde. He'll go, oof, look out. And Werner, I think, made a decent decision there and just pumped that out of bounds. Conde's pass a little bit under hit. Flickinger set to throw in. He finds Yusuf. Back to Flickinger. Flickinger crosses. Nobody home. There goes Desmond Mensah, who's on the ball. Finds Joyce. Back to Griffin. Griffin finds Wimbrow. Inside to Yusuf. Yusuf momentarily had it, but lost it quickly. Dia tried to clear and put off there by Taporis. Fane finds Dwopu. Just a couple minutes remaining in this first half. We still sit at 1-0, and we got that first goal in 30 seconds. And handball called there on Kamagate, who was good to see even back in the game. He was the player that was shaken up in that 50-50 ball. Down the right-hand side for Mensah. Mensah scanning for options. Over here to Wimbrow. Wimbrow had his pass cut out, and Lone Star looking to spring a counter. Kamagate decides to put his foot on it and slow things down a bit. Conde. Muritage. Dia. Ball pinged across the pitch into the teeth of the wind. It was still a really nice ball. Mensah with a nice little dummy on that far side and then cuts it back. And that'll keep possession for Eagle. Mensah Goes backwards. Wimbrough forward looking for Fleckinger or Youssef. Missed both, and that one saw the wind just take that one all the way out. As we have hit the 45th minute. Referee signals for 2 minutes of stoppage. 2 minutes. Can one of these teams find a goal in that 2 minutes? Let's see. Mensah had a runner. Pass was cut out. Be an Eagle throw. Fleckinger trying to get away from Billity, who's tracking back well. Got his foot to it. That's some good defending by the winger. And good play by Kamagate, who wanted a foul, didn't get it. There's a big hit from the Eagle FC man, and Werner was up to it. That was Owen Rennie, who let fly and was well hit. The shot was dipping, to be fair, but it was just right at Werner, who got his mitts on it. And the distribution wasn't the best, but it ended up working out as it finds Kamagate, who just looks like Lone Star will be happy to keep possession and see out this first half with the lead. About 30 seconds remaining of that 2 minutes the referee signaled for. Werner out from the back. Muritage goes back to Werner. And Werner's a little casual with it. Didn't matter, though. That's the halftime whistle. Your score, the same as it was after 30 seconds. Philadelphia Lone Star 1. Eagle FC 0. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming to you in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Well, finds Ablo, Nido, who's got some space, catch it well! It's a sublime equaliser for the Pan Cyprians. It dipped and it swerved, and it wheeled into the back of the net.
Free kick for Tigres. And he tries to put it on target, and he does with a beautiful, nearly masterful acrobatic effort.
Left, Harrison, will he go for the shot of the pass? Stanic, turned, Harrison, faking still, Harrison from a tight angle! Oh, it's just inside the far post! Rijon Harrison, a brace, and a tie game for Ozers is 2-2. They may have pulled back a draw.
Waring, looking for Spompanato. Strauss Figueroa! What a boom! Quincy Strauss Figueroa with a rocket!
All United trying to find an equalizer, cutting back. Here he is. All United. Oh, it's an equalizer! It's a solo, individual effort. And look what it means to Harley United. They've equalized.
Strike it.
Speaker! Oh, into the top of the net! Bam, Speaker! The goal. Wow.
Future. Getting, shooting. What a great goal. Set herself up on the dribble and goes over the gloves of Hamilton. That's her second already.
New York International! What a tackle at the last second now, Bednarski! What a shot by Bednarski!
Dipped in to Billity, who's running at that Alliance box now. Cuts inside. What a move by Billity. What a goal. A brilliant little cut inside the box, bought the space, and he took advantage of it. 1-0 Lone Star.
Captain lines up his right foot, unbelievably lashed in. What a goal from the captain. He has put his foot through that magically. A golden moment for Greater Long Beach.
Can't quite retain possession. Here's Adamenge, and he'll send a long through ball. That's an excellent through ball to Koutner. We'll see what he can do. Driving down the right wing, cuts inside, cuts back outside. Is there a finish at the end of it? And that's a fantastic goal by Christoph Koutner. Spun his defender inside and out, and a clinical finish at the end of it.
Drives it in. Commanding header. Comes on the edge. What a hit! Oh, that's absolutely superb. Milton Campos arrows it in.
Weird off the arms. Here's Asivek again. Shooting opportunity for Asivek. Oh, wow. What a beautiful goal that is. And 2 goals in 30 seconds from Negmatov Asivek.
No need to rush the play. They're up 2 goals at this point in the match. Taking it slow during these set pieces will be very helpful. That's a nice through ball. Let's play back to Doggart. Spampinato out to Doggart. What a goal! Excellent through ball. Spampinato and Doggart connected beautifully there.
Steps back, Miele fires into the back of the net! It's a goal! Miele!
Stanovic off the backside of the head of the retreating fullback. Mamadou Diombera onto his right foot. Mamadou
Diombera! That is mesmeric for Mamadou Diombera. He has speared that in with great wonder. Unbelievable work from Diombera. His finish beating Sella.
Now Richie, take them all on. So Richie, oh! Oh, Richie! It's a hat trick for the number 17.
Welcome back to Southwest Philadelphia. If you missed even the first 30 seconds of the first half, you missed all the scoring action because Lone Star's up 1-0 thanks to a goal in about 30 seconds. Basically the first touch of the game for Lone Star, counter down this right-hand side, and Ability sprung Kamagate, and in it went. But since then, no scoring action. However, the squad's flipped sides now, and the wind is definitely a factor today. It's blowing from, as you're looking at it, right to left towards what is now the Eagle FC goal. It's also kind of shifted more towards the left corner flag for Lone Star as they look at it. So just something to keep an eye on as we get underway here for the second 45 minutes of this USL League 2 matchup. As I think we'll get a handball call right off the bat there for Kamagate. And Eagle's gonna play it around the back. That was a dangerous ball, but Conde cleaned up the mess. Griffin with it. He's under a lot of pressure from Lone Star. He did really well there to see. The Eagle man for a corner taken short, whipped into the box. Far post, the man's there. There's the hit, save. Move by Arthur to spring himself clear. He's in behind. Does he have enough white shirts to help him? Goes all the way back. Dwopu. Carmbor. By two players. Has a hit. Oh, it's just over the bar. Had a ton of whip, but couldn't keep it down. Some nice footwork, but shot goes high. We stay at 1-0, but Lone Star have come out of the locker room flying in the second half. Kamagate giving the press. Didn't quite get there. Here comes Eagle. In behind, but it looks like it's offside. Referee hasn't seen it, and there's the call. It was Ryan Toporus who looked like he was in behind, but was ruled offside. We have a second. Want to remind everyone today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. Head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free right now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Here comes Lone Star Dwopu. Left-footed cross into the box. Still in the box. Eagle clears. Fane. Found Dia. Sese, who lost it to Joyce. Joyce tried to hit it forward. Muritage cuts it out. Sese, who finds Dwopu. He finds Fane. Back to Sese. Sese scanning for options. He elects for Fane. Fane finds Carmbort. Dia. Fleckinger clears. And look at this, Eagle with numbers 2-on-1 coming forward. Fane sprinting to get back to help defensively. Youssef into the box, has a hit, wide. Just wide. Youssef had the step on Muritage, but was able to at least put him off enough to see that shot go just wide of Werner's post. That's the first glaring chance for Eagle of this whole game. Comes in the 52nd minute. Werner just asking for a little bit of calm. Help pump that goal kick about 80 yards in the air. And Eagle trying to come right back. Edwards with the very high cross all the way across the field. And referee says that was a foul. Some grumbles from the visiting support here. Weren't happy with that call. Werner finds Fane. Fane's got Dwopu. Fane picks his head up and is looking for Kamagate, who's sprinting down this left-hand side into the box. He's got on it, and I think he was trying to pull a sneaky one there on Lammert, who was wise to it and covered his near post well. Back the other way. Here comes Youssef once again. Just had his shot miss inches wide. Rennie inside to Braun. Braun still with it. Braun goes back to Fleckinger. Fleckinger cross. Cut out, but it's still in the box, and there's a hit. I think they were asking for a handball, and Werner, in the middle of asking for a handball, had to make a really nice save. Referee signaling that ball hit his chest. And Werner was in the middle of asking for a handball, able to claw that one away. So, a couple of big saves on either end here. One for Werner, one for Lammerts, to keep this game at 1-0. Dwopu. Fizzed across to Dia. Dia looking for Arthur, couldn't quite find him. Eagle coming back. Fane finds Carmbor. Carmbor is running at this back line. Carmbor with a step over to a third one. And I think that was a cross, but didn't get his hips around it. And it will trickle out for a goal kick. While we have a second, I want to remind you what's coming up here on Game and Frame. We've got USL 2 Metropolitan Division action coming up at 6 o'clock. Staten Island Monarchs take on Ironbound Soccer Club. Again, that's at 6 o'clock here on Game and Frame. Your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. Hurtage won that back, and they were able to play it forward, but turned it over as soon as they won it. Fane's got some space. Fane finds Carmbor. Dwopu is right behind him, and whether that was intentional or not, it worked out. Carmbor again into the box. Low cross this time. It's going to fall to Dwopu. Dwopu, low cross of his own, has Dia at the top of the box. Dia looking for a little room. Dwopu goes back to Fane. Fane gets his foot behind that one for a big switch. Nice ball, nice touch. Inside to Arthur. Arthur dips the shoulder and goes out to Billity. Billity cutting inside. Has a hit with his left foot. It was on target, but Lammerts was down and was able to keep it close. Another big save for Lammerts, who I think that's his fourth already of this half. And we're just 10 minutes in. Here's Rennie. Finds Edwards. Edwards goes back to Griffin. Griffin finds Wimbrow. Wimbrow to Fleckinger. Fleckinger to Youssef. Here's Carmbor, who has Kamagate. Kamagate has Arthur. Arthur! There it is, the second one. That's a big one for Lone Star, who looked like they were starting to lose the momentum, but not so fast. 2-0. Jariel Arthur had a really nice pass by Kamagate, slipped in behind, and he made no mistake. Lammerts, who has already bailed his boys out 3 times in this half. Make that 4. Couldn't quite get a hand to that one. We're also going to have some substitutes checking in, one for each team. So, the Eagle deficit has doubled. Lots of work to do in a half hour for Eagle. Here's Mensah. Mensah back to Edwards. Edwards looking across the pitch, and it looked like it was going to fall. And I think that Eagle player went down a little softly there. That's the substitute, Tommy Clark, by the way. He just came on the pitch. Youssef in behind, trying to find Clark. Clark got it and hits it over the bar. And I think the referee is having a word about maybe going down a little softly in the box there with Tommy Clark. Conde and Dwopu play a little 1-2. And a little nutmeg from Dwopu to find Fane, who gets it forward to Arthur. Really nice move by Kamagate, and watch him run. In behind, cuts to his right foot. Has a hit, and there's another finish. Lone Star is flying right now, 3-0. And Kamagate, who just had an assist, gets on the score sheet again. After an hour, the hosts are up by 3. I thought for sure he was just going to try and run away, and then he put the brakes on and found a perfect finish into that bottom right-hand corner. Nothing much that Lommerts could have done about either of those. And 3 goals in their first match. 3 goals here. A strong offensive start to this USL League 2 season. For Philadelphia Lone Star. And look, they're coming right back the other way. Carmbor. Step over into the box now. Low cross fizz, and there no white shirts home, but they're just running at will. Attacking this Eagle back line now. And, you know, it must be said, after the first 30 seconds where that goal was allowed, Eagle FC really tightened down at the back. But whatever was said at halftime has unlocked something here for for Lone Star on Eagle. And then the Olays are already out here after an hour in Philadelphia. Werner's got it. Werner finds Fane. Fane's got Dwopu. Dwopu back to Fane. Fane goes inside to Carmbor. And, I must say, maybe a little early for Olays, but definitely the play. And this one's onside again. Look at Lone Star go into the box again. Is that one on? Oh, Dwopu inches away from a fourth. The ball was on. Dwopu was a willing runner. Just wide of Dwopu's foot. And it might have honestly been a shot. But now Eagle looking to get back as Conde deals with that one pretty well. He was under a lot of pressure. Dwopu flips that one forward. Carmbor is on it. Carmbor smartly relieves the pressure. Finds Dia. Dia plays forward to Billity. Billity goes backwards. And start keeping that well. That's Cisse who finds Billity. Billity picks his head up, fires in a low cross. Turned away, but only for a corner. Left-footed in-swinging corner coming up here. Oh, it's a nice ball. Back post. Oh, Carmbor. He got there but couldn't keep it down. And again, just free marker. That Eagle FC failed to pick up, so 6s and 7s at the back right now for the visitors. Over the top, looking for Clark. And really well done by Werner to come out of his box and head that one out of danger. He even kept possession. And Dwopu's got it. Dwopu will keep it Finds Fane. Fane will go backwards. He finds Conde. Conde looks for a forward pass to Cisse. He finds it. Cisse gets his pocket picked, but the everything's coming up roses for the hosts right now. As Billity beats his man into the box now on his left foot. Has a hit. There's another one. 4-0. And Billity just leans on that corner flag after a job well done. He's the one that set up the first goal. Now he's got a goal of his own. Again, Eagle had Lone Star pretty much locked down after that first minute or so in this first half, and Lone Star coming out like men possessed in this second half, flying around and scoring for fun. Make that 7 goals through their first not even 2 games, game and a half. And Eagle now, I think, are just trying to look for something to hang on to here. Maybe a consolation goal. See if Clark can deliver it. He goes to Griffin. Griffin has a really nice hit. Did that go in? It came off the bar. And then there was a offside flag went up. What a hit that was from Griffin. Or scratch that. Excuse me. That was Rennie who had the hit, had the shot. Went bar down. Not sure if Werner got a touch to that. But either way, it was kept out, and then the player who followed up was offsides, according to the linesman. So we stay at 4-0. Now look at Billy, again, just running at that back line. We covered Mohamed Billity, who scored a brace in the UPSL game here at John Bartram a few weeks ago, and he's carried that form right into USL too. Chance of "we want more" from the Lone Star crowd. 2 hands up. Last corner was really well hit. That one not so much, but he'll get another crack at it. This is Billity, who earned the corner in the first place, who was going to take it again. A low one this time. Fane didn't quite get there. Cisse heads clear. Arthur on it now. Little 1-2 with Carnbor. Arthur, and he's taken down in the box, and it'll be a penalty for Lone Star. And yellow card shown to Mensah there. And I think that actually he might his game might have been saved here by double jeopardy, because that was from straight behind. And if that weren't in the box, that very well may have been a red. But thanks to the new double jeopardy rule, Mensah will at least stay on the pitch here. But I don't know about that 4-goal deficit. It might become 5 here. Here's Chariel Arthur from 12 yards, hammers it home. for a fifth goal for Lone Star, who are firmly in the driver's seat. With 20 minutes left to play. Here's score from Southwest Philadelphia. Lone Star 5, Eagle FC 0. Joyce on the ball now. Almost had his pocket picked, but they got it forward. Here comes Eagle into the box now. Hit away by Murataj. Duopu's got it now, and he'll find an outlet. Kamagate looking long for Billity, and he's in behind again. Gets the ball under his spell, goes backwards to Fane. Fane diplomatically goes backwards. Cisse clipped long for Carmbor with a nice touch in behind to Mensah. And, it was saved by Lammerts, but it didn't need saving. He was offsides. And Mensah, again, was exposed down that left-hand side for Lone Star, right-hand side for Eagle. And I think he's going to exit this match, as that yellow card was probably a major factor. And some applause for the Lone Star man, Mohamed Billity, who will spend the rest of this one on the bench. He had a fantastic game. A goal and an assist. As Fane will send this one backwards. Werner with it. Werner clips to Duopu. Fane got clipped there, but we're going to play on. And he'll get it right back. Duopu back to Fane. Fane with it. Fane dribbling through the midfield. Can he find Carmbor down this left-hand channel? Carmbor gets there, puts his foot on it, keeps it in play. Carmbor goes down. Referee says too softly. And they're going to play the advantage for Eagle as Clark's on it. Clark goes inside, but the pass was just a bit heavy. Still with it, though, is Eagle. Flipped over the top for Griffin. Griffin, I think, hit that one against the Lone Star player. Yes, that's a throw-in for Eagle. And into the box went the Eagle man, but over the bar it went. And another goal kick coming for Werner. And here comes a bit of a high press from Eagle, which at this point, why not? Dwopu looking for Arthur. Arthur couldn't quite get there. He was on a hat trick, by the way. And Dia was wrong-footed there. And I think he's going to get called for a little bit of a hold there. Eagle with a chance to whip a ball in. 15 minutes remaining of the 90. Griffin was in behind, but cut out by Lone Star. Carmbor goes back to Fane, who goes back to Dwopu, and obviously the Lone Star fellas will be happy enough to just keep this ball and ping it around that back line. Conde. Here comes that Eagle press. Again, they're just going to be happy enough to just keep this ball. Werner pings it long. I think that was looking for Crisafeso Simmons, who just checked in not too long ago. Ryan Lafon, who also just checked in, is at center back now for Lone Star, by the way. Fane finds Dwopu. Kamagate thinks better about playing the long ball, and then does find Simmons down the right-hand side, where ability's been burning a hole in the AstroTurf. Simmons beat one man, couldn't beat the second. And Eagle will take this ball back. Joyce on it. Joyce looking long. And two white shirts got their head on that. And a little bit more space to roam now for Eagle. There's something building here. Consolation goal, perhaps. Into the box now for Clark. Clark crosses it. There were a couple back shirts at that far post. They do get there and keep it in. And that looked pretty soft, and it was, according to the referee. Eagle still with it. Cross whipped in. Dwopu heads clear, but offside the call. And that attack goes by the wayside. Lone Star about to make several substitutions now, including, I believe, one at goalkeeper. So, after 78 shutout minutes, some applause for the Lone Star goalkeeper, Brendan Werner, who's taken off the armband and transferring it to Mr. Conde. Dwopu will also exit, as will Fane. So lots and lots of changes. So a new look for Lone Star, as that's a strong challenge. And welcome to the game, Mr. Barbosa. Pedro Barbosa's been on the pitch for about 60 seconds and is in the referee's book. Barbosa, a frequent flyer for the UPSL squad for Lone Star. They play in the Premier South Division. You may have seen that here on Game and Frame. Here's Clark, who goes wide to Griffin. Griffin plays backwards, and that pass was overhit. 10 minutes remaining of the 90. And Dia sends it backwards. Lafon plays back to the new goalkeeper, who gives it a ride out of danger. That's Sebastian Witt, who checked in between the sticks for Lone Star. And look at Arthur still going after 80 minutes of hard work and a couple goals to boot. Arthur, who is on a hat trick, by the way, probably he's one of the only original Lone Star players left on the pitch. I'm sure that is not a coincidence. Simmons into the box now. Simmons lays it off to Bernabeo, who just checked in off the bench. Simmons, I think, was looking for a return ball back to him, but couldn't find it. Here's Kamara. Kamara goes down, but somehow kept the ball. Lebo still with it, and he finds Lafon. That ball's pinged wide for Karmbor, who I think was ruled offside there. Eagle looking to play quickly here and try to do so through Clark down the right-hand side, who's having trouble keeping his balance. But the white shirts are swarming here in the middle of the park as Eagle FC look to weave their way through towards a consolation goal, and the offside flag is up, so nothing for Witt to worry about there. And Conde will look to build out from the back. Ball goes all the way back to Witt. I think wanted to play short, but will think better of it and ping one out to Simmons. Had some heat on it. Simmons did just about enough to keep it. Simmons still going down that right-hand side. Look at, he's still going. He just beat 4 or 5 black shirts, and he's on his bike. Tried to get the cross in. It will fall for Lebo. Lebo tried to hit. It was blocked. Karmbor has a hit. Another one that's bending toward that far post, but wide of the far bar. It looked like a shove there from Lone Star, and it was. Conde called for the foul. Joyce fakes out Lebo, and he'll play it short. Joyce again. Nice little 1-2 play in the middle of the park for Lone Star, who eventually go wide to Simmons down the right-hand side. Arthur gives it right back to Simmons, and he'll drop it. Have a full field switch that is just about able to be kept in. And they'll keep possession with Conde. Lebo goes back to Conde. That ball was tipped by an Eagle player, but not enough to knock it off course. Here's Karmbor. Karmbor looking for Simmons, and the ball's spot on. Simmons running towards the middle of the pitch. Lone Star keep it. And I think that ball trickled out of play. 5 minutes remaining of the 90. Of course, stoppage time can be added on. Not sure if the referee will elect to do so or not, considering the scoreline. 5-0 in favor of the hosts, Lone Star, who have now scored 8 goals in just about 2 games. Lafone heads that one clear. Touch was a little heavy from Kamara, but Witt does enough to get his mitts on that one. Barbosa passed to Carmbor, who was taken down, and referee calls the foul. That ball was pinged looking for Simmons. And it'll be thrown in good position here. The white shirts need to actually catch up to Simmons, who was a little isolated here on this left-hand side. Diaz going to end up taking the throw in. Bernabeu over to Kamara. Kamara on to Carmbor. Barbosa back to Bernabeu. Kamara. Kamara tries to get the ball out from his feet. Joyce hounding him. Carmbor got a touch, and Carmbor went down. I'm not sure what happened there. It's almost one of those where you hope there was contact, because I didn't see much. Hopefully it's just a cramp or something. Those light contact injuries are always scary. Hopefully he's able to continue. Carmbor must be off the pitch, because otherwise I don't think we'd be allowed to be playing right now. So hopefully he's okay. Back to the action, though. Conde came well up from that back line to pick that one off. Eagle looking to build out from the back. A couple more minutes to bag a consolation goal or two. White shirt went down, and there was a hefty attempted clearance. As Lafone comes away with it after all that, and Witt will get possession. He goes back to Lafone. About 90 seconds remaining of the 90. Nice turn there from Barbosa to get it back to Lafone. And some frustration from Eagle backline, who's just hoping for something to take away from this game. And it's a long trip back home to the Mechanicsburg area, Cumberland County, as we are looking for a new ball. Less than a minute to go now, minus stoppage time, of course. Conde playing with fire there, but comes away unscathed. Simmons into Lebo, back to Dia. Dia finds Conde. Lafone. Kamara into Barbosa. Barbosa's pass a little loose. Lebo wins it back. Barbosa again. Take two. Looking for Simmons. A little bit too straight there, and that'll trickle out for Eagle FC goal kick. 90 minutes has come and gone. How much stoppage will we be playing here? All eyes on the referee. Not much is the answer. Your score from Southwest Philadelphia. Lone Star 5, Eagle FC 0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with an interview in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together. I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to Southwest Philadelphia. I'm here with Jariel Arthur, and hat-trick hero, by the way. Didn't take long for that first goal, huh? No. I'm, 30 seconds? Yeah. Something like that? We talk about a dream start. Does it get much better than that?
No, it doesn't get much better than that. You know, the coach told us, he gave us a game plan, so we came out, we just executed. And that was just the plan for all along.
So, you score that goal. And honestly, Eagle kind of shut you guys down the rest of that first half. Maybe one or two more chances, but kind of quiet that first 45 minutes after that goal. And what the heck happened in that locker room? You guys came out flying. What was there a tactics change? What happened?
No, there wasn't no tactics change. It was just we were playing good all along. So coach just told us what we had to work on and just keep at it, keep going.
The floodgates opened, and so not only did you chip in with 2 more goals to get that hat trick, an assist as well. That's 8 goals through your guys' first 2 games. What is going so well in the attacking sense that's given you guys so much success?
I think it's just the energy. You know, the boys, they motivate each other, and you know, we keep pushing each other, and that's just it.
Energy, to say the least. 8 goals through 2 games, 5 of them in this one. Your score from Southwest Philadelphia: Lone Star 5, Eagle FC 0. Thanks for joining us for another Game in Frame presentation. I'm Jake Gillespie from my man Nick on the camera. Thank you very much for watching.